Сейфи, Турал Салимли, Мамед Керемли, Фихмин Закирли. Приглашаем команду Сейфи.
Okay, hello. Before we start, I have a surprise for you. So our name is not Save It C, it's Saveify. I don't know who did that mistypo, but it's Saveify. We did a lot of effort on that, so it's Saveify. So let's talk about Saveify. What is Saveify itself? But before we dive into that, let me introduce our team. As you see, the middle one is me. Do we look the same, right? So, and the Mehmet Kerem is the app developer, and Fahmi Zayıfli is the electrical engineer. So, let's talk about Saveify itself. Back in the day, we were always thinking about that, how we can save the energy. We had some ideas, so that we can help people, we can make the relationships better. I'll come to that. So, but before we dive into that, let's talk about what's electric energy itself. As you know, in nature, the energy is never lost. It just turns from one form to another. So it's also about the electricity. You can't just make energy from nothing. It should turn from something to something, right? And so here's the main source of the electricity production in the world. As you can see, coal, gas, and oil takes about 65% of all production. Why am I focused on that? Why it's so interesting? Because fossil fuels are a huge, what? Good? No, problem. Problem. So I don't know what's the mistake with that. So, they're a huge problem. You know why? You know the problem: climate change, global warming, it's polluting weather. How when you make electricity, it should first make this steam, then it will travel to the turbines. Then spin the turbines, you get the electricity. But how you boil the water? Of course, with the heat. And how you get the heat? With burning up the fossil fuels. And another problem is that they're non-renewable and scarce. So what does it mean? We can't make oil, gas, coal again. It's just found in nature, right? So of course, if you're using that, they're gonna finish one day. And if something is less, what happens in the market? The price of that just goes up, right? So it causes another problem here. Electricity prices are on the rise right now. For example, in Ukraine, in Azerbaijan, even in the United Kingdom, there are some encouragements in the price of the electricity. For example, last year, 7% just went up in the UK. I think in Ukraine, something went up. You have limitation like us, right? So this is a big problem for us. Then what to do? It's our room, and let's turn them off, let's turn the light off. Is it really possible? If you love the darkness, it's good for you if you're sitting around. But, yeah, you can like the romance, you can have nice candle while you're having a conversation with your beloved one. But your relationship will be ruined when this question comes out. The guy says, I love you, and the girl replies, I love you too, but I didn't pay for the electricity. So it's a big problem right there. So your relationship will be ruined. So to save you from all of these problems, which are the climate change, second, the price of that, and of course your relationship that I said before, we're introducing Saveify. It's ultimate energy saving app, but not just an app, because you can find free version of all these apps in the Play Store, App Store, and whatever. But it's also a device. It's also a device. But how it works? As you see, it's our sweet home. It has a nice red roof right there, right? And it's the electricity network, and we're connected to that with the main wire. Then we have what? I don't know why it doesn't work. Okay, electricity meter, which is put by the government. Then comes our device, because we don't have any legal permission to put before the electricity meter. In the government, you're not allowed to do it. So it sends the data over Wi-Fi or Bluetooth to your mobile phone. And we have application right there. So how it works, in fact, it just calculates, measures how much watts of energy pass through the main wire, and then it sends the data to your mobile phone. What the mobile phone does, it turns the real-time data to measured, calculated form of the conclusion. So you can see how much you perform during the day. So what are the features of the app? So we have current usage, which shows how much you're using right now. Then comes limitations, where you can set some limits. That, for example, up limit should be 10 kilowatts and down should be 5 kilowatts, and you will see that, all right, I'm not pushing. If you're just passing this limit, the app will send you notification. You will see that, all right, I'm in trouble. I should stop right there, right? So peak hours comes next, where you can see that during which interval you performed worse. I mean, not good, because it's just using so much, right? So your appliances, where you can add your appliances, for example, a vacuum cleaner, it uses 1.5 kilowatt, right? So enter the data through your app, so when it's plugged in, the app will detect that, all right, this boy was the vacuum cleaner. So all of the responsibility is belonging to that. So what next? Bill and payments, where you can pay your bills and everything right there. And recommendation. This is actually a big part of the story. Recommendation, where you can see that, all right, if you use a normal lamp, so just pass to the luminous lamps, which will reduce the electricity consumption. And who is our target market? For whom? Everybody is using electricity here, right? Even we are using it to light up my face, so you can see me. So it's for everybody, for individuals, for homes, for offices, which is in the middle, and for the industry. Right now we have only one version, which is for offices and houses, and we're planning for the industry version. But, while we were making the product, before actually making the product, we thought that, yeah, we're making something, but do really people need that? So let's go and do surveys in Baku. And we did it. By the way, we come from Azerbaijan. So we did it. And 72% of all users who have problems with their consumption said, I'm not controlling. Yeah, boy, that's why you're not traveling, And somebody said, I'm using a notebook. Like in the 21st century, you take notes on your notebook. That's not reasonable. So if you're not feeling still convinced that does it really work, who needs that? Let me show you some result. So, who is this Bill? While we're making this device, I decided that let's do it real. I don't need fake eliminated results which will, false the information. I need real result. Let's go one of our friends' home and let's check it out. Does it really work? We went to their houses and they install the device, plug it in, everything. And the previous they got $70 to bill. And next month, you know what happened? Do you think that it really went up, it became $100? No, it just became 38. Yeah, it's alright. I figured it out. If you are, let's do simple math, right? If you multiply it by 12, it will give you $384 in a year. You can put it in a bank, I don't know what do we do, you can get a new jacket, or you can get a new iPhone? No, probably iPhone 5. Yeah, 384. But the device which we made cost is only $49. And what do you get in the box? You get the free app and customer support. So, but our customer support is really good. You know why? Because they can say that, bro, just do not use the vacuum cleaner. This fridge is using more. So just stop using that, right? And of course, we have to talk about the technical stuff, which is not real my business. The other guys did that. But these are the parts of the device that we use while creating the device. So it's microcontroller, voltmeter, wireless Bluetooth module, ampermeter. By the way, right now our version of that is working on just Bluetooth module. It sends that over Bluetooth, but we are planning for the Wi-Fi version, and it will be live soon. About the app, yeah, we made it possible with, of course, Mehmet did it, on Delphi and Android Studio. And who are our competitors? Yeah, we have competitors. I'm not lying. It's real. They are our competitors. But I don't know, our advantage is that we're students. Is it real advantage? I don't know. Probably. Yeah. They're professionals in the other hand, but they are targeting the industry. But we are targeting individuals, like people, normal people, because I see the problem is right there. Why should Seoul go for the big companies making it worth of the billions? I should solve the problem of the people who are normal people like us, right? So, but what about the cost of a unit that we make? The expenses, all of this covers $25. So 24 margin, is it a good number? I think yes. Approximately 99%. So, and we are planning to start within 250 units in the first stage of the production. And yeah, the last question, but not least. So we added another question in the survey that, all right, how likely these people will buy one of these? And surprisingly, or not surprisingly, 43% said, yes, I will buy in Baku, like 200. So these are our contributors. This is my university, my blog. I love this university. That's why I'm here. And the Sumax Techno Lab, they helped us in making of the product, the real unit. By the way, this prototype is not a bomb, it's our device, by the way. You can check it out, what part we've used. Right. So, and at the end, we have one video that shows how it's used. If you want, we can demonstrate that. It's on the computer of yours. So, should we demonstrate it, or? Yeah, okay. Can you please? There's a video on the file. So just play that.
Сейчас посмотрим видео, которое ребята подготовили.
Right. If a technical person can help. Shows the real usage and how much you wasted. Actually, you can see these first two functions are available right now. You can set up limits, down limits. For example, 10 kilowatts between 5 and 10. If it passes, just push me notification. So here's the statistics. Which we made like analysis of all performance, and it shows like usage that goes up. You're using so much. So that's it. Thank you. Thank you for your attention.
Есть ли у жюри вопросы?
The first question: do you understand Russian or something?
No. So I want to cry. I understand something, but probably our creator they can help us.
Okay. At first, thank you for presentation. Actually, your most known competitor in Ukraine is Ecoism. Guys, they use the same technology, the same sensor, but they are 2 or 3 years behind you. So if you need some additional ideas on how to build your product and how to create new features, etc., take a look at them. Eka is me. As for me, it's a great project. I know that it's working. Maybe not maybe not good in precision, but it's working, right? But the problem is in countries in Europe and in States, people pay for electricity. It doesn't matter how they consume it, because you get your bills just by using your techniques. If you need freezer, refrigerator, doesn't matter. You cannot stop using it. You cannot set only $100 consumption per month, and what you do if you spend it on 15 day of months? What you do? Just move out from the flat or building. But it's okay. Maybe think about power suppliers. Maybe in some countries there are lots of power suppliers in the same location. Yes, and maybe some of them will sell your devices as additional part of connection to their. Maybe let's say they offer some green energy, or maybe they offer some kind of no call.
That's what.
So maybe your clients they are not in personal for me, because I know that I can calculate how much I spend and how much I can consume, but it's not interesting for me. I will not pay for additional devices for that. But if somebody tell me if I set up this device and my power company will use my statistics to make offer for me to pay less, I will agree. But thank you for coming to Kiev and great project.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you for this cool presentation.
Thank you.
I have a question about bill that was on one of the slides. I'm curious, how did you save that money? Maybe you stopped using your favorite electrical BBQ, or you stopped using refrigerator? Or
let me tell you, actually, I've learned some of the studies done by the US government and UK government. So what did they do? They just calculated how much energy usage is going for devices which are on the standby mode, standby mode. So you can stop using that. But you think it's on standby mode, so it will not use a lot. But at the end, it affects the final result. So that's actually the type of the saving we are planning. The standby mode, the device which is not so, for example, essential, like you don't have to use all the time. Anyway, you have to stop, you have to give up something, just get a new iPhone.
Thank you, I understand how it works. My question was about the bill. How did you save that money?
How did we save? Actually, they have seen that how much they're performing, and they just stopped using something a lot.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. And technical question about Bluetooth. Do you use low energy or conventional Bluetooth?
I didn't get the question.
Bluetooth, you send your data?
Yeah, over Bluetooth right now.
Yes. And the question, do you use low energy Bluetooth or?
Yes, low energy, because overall device is not using a significant number of the volts.
Okay, and another question, you said you want to use Wi-Fi in the future. What is the purpose of this idea?
Actually, if you want to get the data analysis, you have to save up the data, right? So that's why it's important. And it can be part of the smart homes. You can just install the app and the device. It can work all together in combination. So that's why we're planning over Wi-Fi, and that's why it is IoT. This is our future plan.
Okay, thank you.
Any questions?
Thank you. Take a look at the KSME. They already have a Wi-Fi and connected to internet, etc. But as for me, better make a manual or some advices how to remove charges when you come out from home, how to turn off big TVs.
That's why.
And maybe this will be more useful than this device.
That's why we add the recommendation parts. A consult in the market, a consultation is the most selling. Thing nowadays. Consultation. Give me some help by giving some real advices. That's the recommendation part is there, and we are working on that to make it perfect. For example, get the AAA plus fridge, for example. Yeah.
And maybe some service companies who are testing on finding problem where there's a lot of consumption. Maybe they use your device like a tool to detect.
Yeah, probably they can use. Thank you.
Good luck.
Questions there.
Also recommend you to look on sense.com. It's kind of they do the same things that you mentioned about consumer electronics, and me also do this. But they raised, as I know, $10 million from Bolt Accelerator, and I think. Maybe you should find, some niches. Yes, they're different because
differentiation is important.
As was mentioned, it's this small industry. It's about 3 years or up to 5 years, but you are a new one, and you need to find yourself. But this is a kind of investable thing.
Yes. Thank you.
Благодарим команду CNFI.
Одна из моих самых любимых номинаций Internet of Things. Конкурс инновационных проектов по разработке интернет-вещей, концепция интернет-вещей IoT представляет собой тесную интеграцию реального и виртуального миров, в котором производится общение между людьми и устройствами посредством сети интернет. Тематика проекта должна была соответствовать теме чемпионата «Золотой байт 2017» Invent, Create, Change. И на сцену приглашается руководитель проекта галереи инноваций Hub 4.0 Ярослав Битиев. Овациями встречаем Ярослава на сцене.
Добрый день! Я рад приветствовать всех гостей и участников сегодняшнего праздника. Несколько слов хочу сказать. Когда мы создавали нашу площадку Hub 4.0, то было желание на одной площадке собрать то сообщество творческих, интеллектуальных, молодых людей, которые будут делать все для того, чтобы наша страна шла вперед. И в этой связи я увидел много общего с организаторами сегодняшнего праздника. Я выражаю искреннюю благодарность Академии Шаг за замечательный ивент «Золотой байт». Я хочу сказать несколько слов тем участникам, которые не получат сегодня своих призов. По номинации, в которой я принимал участие, Internet of Things, были проекты, которые достойны внимания. Однако, либо были некоторые недоработки, либо были другие нюансы, которые не позволят сегодня вам получить призы. Я искренне желаю вам не опускать руки и идти вперед. Ну а сейчас переходим к приятному этапу, к награждению победителей. Итак, третье место в категории интернет-вещей получает проект «Сейфи Баку».
Сейфи Баку. Проект, позволяющий сокращать ваши счета за электричество. Мы ждем наших участников из Азербайджана. Здесь на сцене.
So it was a tough game. Thank you, the hosts, who made this really good competition possible. And I really wanted to thank you to all people who were competing against each other. And thank you for everything. And I dedicate this first place, it was not a win, but to my family. Thank you.
Еще раз поздравления.